I'm so proud, give a pat on the back, I don't need that. And with the chit chat, in my head it's got me snapping like a Kit Kat. Feel like I'm chained up, feel like I'm locked down. A prisoner with no escape up in a ghost town. Leave me alone now, feel like a meltdown. But I hide it with a smile when it's so around me.
So as you can see, we got the trap out. That's one down. Now I gotta take this door panel off and try to see what's going on with this driver regulator. And once I can get this car figured out, get this window regulator, at least get the window up, I think I'm gonna end up having to buy another regulator. But once I can get the window up, I should be able to take this back out and we'll worry about this car later. I just really got to get this shop clean completely out so that we can get Harley in here. And yeah, we got to bust this thing out like ASAP, guys. So yeah, I'm going to try to get this window up and then we'll just continue probably once I get ready to bring the other CG in here. So we got Harley in the shop now, guys. When I got off work today, I went ahead and washed it, went by the car wash, got some soap and water on it, washed it down real good, and tried to get all the contaminants that may have been on it off before we jump into sanding. Don't really want to be mixing, you know, those contaminants, just swirling them all around on there. You want a clean surface to start with, and then once we sand it, we'll wash it off again and, you know, degrease everything and before we start doing primer, because you really want to make sure your surfaces are really clean before you start sanding and grinding it into the paint. But man, the paint actually don't look too bad. It's got a little bit of fading back there. And of course, this is a trunk off of a different car, but yeah, man, it's got some pretty good shine to it. In certain spots, just I forget how clean it was. So you can see that peeling of the clear coat right there. So we got to make sure we sand all of that off, else we'll have peeling on the paint. And yeah, new door on this side. I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, it's pretty damn clean when you wash it. Not gonna lie. This front bumper is cracked, but I think just for the sake of time, we're just gonna spray this bumper, and down the road, we'll just grab a brand new bumper. Now, this is what I'm talking about is nothing set in stone yet, so don't quote me on it, but I think that we're not gonna worry about a new bumper yet, but Nisha did look up to see what time they close, so she may try to go grab one. If she does, we'll just throw that in and work from there. But for the time being, I'm gonna just sand this as if I'm gonna paint that too. And yeah, we'll just try to get everything sand down on it. And yeah, hopefully we can turn a pretty decent paint job here. I'm not gonna be painting this thing to be utter perfection, but my goal here, this will be my second car ever that I've painted, and my goal is to have it look at least decent, because when I got my Blue Accord painted, I'll throw a picture in right here, that costed me $700, and from the time I picked it up and brought it home, it was already chipping on the front bumper. So, and I'm trying to avoid spending that kind of money if I'm gonna have that type of result. I'd rather it be from $100 single stage paint I sprayed myself than to be paying someone $700 and it's still chipping, it's still got to be, you know, really looked after. So yeah, not shooting for a fine show quality. These are the traps, but I'm trying to practice because I do want to get better and better, and eventually I do plan on buying an actual decent spray gun and working with that. But as far as I can tell, if you can get a decent product out of a Harbor Freight gun, then a good spray gun will be even easier. So that's what I'm working on.
Clouds are stirring up the sky. I was always in denial of what I saw right in front of me. And every time I'm
So I'm editing this video and I want to give y'all a little update on the CB7 before I close it out. In case you were wondering, because I know a lot of y'all were commenting stuff that I should try to get the CB7 to bleed and to, for the air pocket to come out of it. Well, I talked to James today, and because the car is at his shop, and he informed me that the cluster is actually really wrong, and so that's a good thing. The car has never been overheating. It just, the cluster's just way off. He said when it's reading like 189 on his computer, the cluster will be at like burning up hot, like straight on H. So yeah, that's just the cluster issue. I can deal with that. If I swap it for another cluster and that don't fix it, I may just get a aftermarket temp gauge to put in it and be done with it. But he did use the vacuum bleeder on it, and apparently it was still air in it because he vacuum bled it, and now the thermostat is opening and he's not having any issues. The fans come on and cut off like they should. It's just the temp gauge just be pegged on hot, he said. So as long as we know it's not overheating, I'm cool with that. I'll fix that part later on, probably after Hday sometime. But for the time being, we know that the car should be 100% mechanically, which is a bit relief. So everybody that's been commenting on the videos where I put up with the CB7, I appreciate you giving me ideas and stuff. But I was using the bleeder thing on the back of the thermostat housing, and that was not working for me. And I also did jack the car way up in the air, and I used the little cup that you're supposed to put coolant in for it to bubble out. I did everything the right way, but it was just one of them situations, kind of like my H2B, where I just couldn't bleed it. And apparently you have the same issue with K's, but it's so much easier when James uses that vacuum thing and sucks the air out and then put the coolant in it. It'll be, guaranteed not to be in the air pockets. But the relief is we didn't have to use the thermostat I bought. So I got a brand new thermostat that I can send back, and I didn't have to use the water pump, which is what I really thought it was. So yeah, that's like $160 that I get to keep. So definitely gonna be turning that back in. And for the ones that are going to Hday, I look forward to seeing y'all out there. And make sure y'all cop a sticker. And if I see you out there, let's talk. Let me see your car if you drive yours out there. And always down to meet subscribers and stuff. But yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Appreciate everybody for watching, and as always, respect all bills. Peace out.